The importance of the U.S. Army's support during domestic crises. When natural disasters, pandemics, or other crises happen within the United States, the U.S. Army plays a significant role in supporting civil authorities, responding to emergencies, and preserving life and property. From providing medical assistance to facilitating search and rescue missions, the U.S. Army's expertise and resources are essential for mitigating the impacts of domestic crises. One of the primary roles of the U.S. Army during domestic crises is to support the efforts of other federal, state, and local agencies. In the aftermath of natural disasters, for example, the U.S. Army may be called upon to clear debris, restore power and water services, and provide shelter to displaced individuals. During pandemics, the U.S. Army's medical personnel may be deployed to assist with vaccination efforts, provide medical care, and assist with contact tracing. In addition to providing practical assistance, the U.S. Army also plays an important role in supporting public safety during crises. The U.S. Army has specialized units dedicated to responding to chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear events, which can be crucial in responding to incidents like pandemics or terrorist attacks. Additionally, the U.S. Army may provide security and logistical support during high-profile events or situations that carry a heightened risk of violence. Perhaps one of the U.S. Army's most critical roles during domestic crises is providing search and rescue capabilities. The U.S. Army has specialized units trained in urban search and rescue, water rescue, and high-angle rescue techniques, which can be invaluable in the aftermath of disasters such as floods or earthquakes. These skilled personnel work alongside other first responders to locate missing individuals, extract survivors from rubble, and provide medical care to those in need. Of course, providing these crucial services requires a high level of preparation, training, and coordination. The U.S. Army must have the resources and personnel necessary to respond to crises quickly and effectively. This requires investments in equipment, training, and personnel, as well as collaboration with other government agencies and non-governmental organizations. Fortunately, the U.S. Army has a long history of providing support during domestic crises, and it has developed considerable expertise in this area. The Army's National Guard units, for example, have played a vital role in responding to disasters in their home states. Additionally, the Army has established partnerships with organizations such as the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, and the American Red Cross to coordinate disaster response efforts and provide assistance to affected communities. Despite the critical support that the U.S. Army provides during domestic crises, it is essential to recognize that these efforts are not without controversy. Some have raised concerns about the militarization of disaster response, arguing that the presence of armed personnel can exacerbate tensions in already stressful situations. Additionally, there are questions about the appropriate role of the military in responding to civil emergencies, particularly when these efforts involve domestic law enforcement. It is important to acknowledge these concerns and consider their implications for U.S. Army support during domestic crises. However, it is also essential to recognize the critical role that the U.S. Army plays in responding to these events. Providing essential services such as medical care, search and rescue, and logistical support is crucial for preserving public safety and reducing the impacts of crises on affected communities. Ultimately, the success of U.S. Army support during domestic crises depends on its ability to work collaboratively with other agencies and organizations. By building strong partnerships with local, state, and federal governments, as well as non-governmental organizations and community groups, the U.S. Army can ensure a coordinated and effective response to crises. This requires continued investment in training, equipment, and personnel, as well as ongoing evaluation and improvement in response strategies and protocols. In conclusion, the role of the U.S. Army in supporting civil authorities during domestic crises cannot be overstated. Providing essential services such as medical care, search and rescue, and logistical support is crucial for preserving public safety and reducing the impacts of crises on affected communities. While there are valid concerns about the militarization of disaster response, the U.S. Army has a long history of responding to domestic crises and has developed considerable expertise in this area. By working collaboratively with other agencies and organizations, the U.S. Army can continue to provide critical support during domestic crises and help mitigate the impacts of these events on affected communities.